Hey, everybody. Kim Gravel here. It's the Kim Gravel Show. And Zach, I got to tell you, I'm excited about today's show because this guest, a lot of people know her, especially our female audience. A lot of them know her. I know you weren't familiar with her, but your wife was, right?
But my wife was, yeah.
And the great thing about our guest is that she is so much more than what meets the eye, meaning there is such a fierceness behind the cooking and the baking and the TV and all of that. Like, it's just, she's a force of nature. And there's something about this woman that I want in my own life. It's her outlook and how she looks at things is different. I don't think I've ever met anybody that is so free in their own skin. And there's reasons for that. I mean, she battled breast cancer. She has had major heartbreaking breakups. She comes from like nothing. I mean, no parents, no money, no real formal education. I mean, everything she has built herself. So you're going to be surprised, Zach, how much you learn and grow and just, I don't know how to say it, just inspired in the realest kind of way. You know, a lot of people say, Kim, you're so inspiring. You're such a builder. And I am, but there's like times I get stuck, right? Zach, like I get stuck.
Yeah.
And so if you're stuck,
we all do.
We all get stuck. So if you're stuck right now and you're needing a little bit of a like slap across the face to kind of get you in line to where you need to be, this is probably the show you need to watch. Right, Zach? Slap
across the face. Hit me with it, Kim.
Okay. Well, we're going to start slapping you across the face, y'all, when we come right back after this. Just wait till you hear who's coming. It's good. It's going to be a surprise. And you're going to get slapped across the face and you're going to love it.
This is the Kim Gravel Show.
I'm a podcast virgin. Just saying. Now I know what it's going to sound like when I get to go to heaven. I know it's naughty, and then I go to church and I pray about it. I'm sorry, but it's like my weakness. Lena!
It's almost as big as my butt.
It's about your family, it's about your girlfriends, and it's about your career.
You got to tell us some more of your beauty secrets.
I baked a pie last night for myself.
I would be buck wild, naked, swinging from a chandelier.
We're going to be dead soon. Why are we pissed?
Sandra, you have just solved all the world's problems. I am happier than a pig in slop today, y'all, because my guest is the multi-Emmy and a Gracie Award winner. She is an internationally acclaimed home and lifestyle expert. She's a philanthropist who won the President's Volunteer Service Award. I mean, she is a New York Times bestselling author of, listen, y'all, 27 books. And she's created and hosted shows on Netflix, ABC, NBC, Fox, Food Network, HGTV, Discovery, and her new show that is called Blue Ribbon Baking Championship, y'all. It is so good. And it premiered on Netflix a few days ago. Let's welcome
Sandra Lee.
Oh my gosh.
Right?
Now I know what it's going to sound like when I get to go to heaven.
That's it. Right?
Sandra Lee.
Play it one more time. I can see you at the pearly gates right now. Play it one more time.
Please, God. No.
But look angelic while we play it, okay?
Yeah, Sandra, give us the face.
Okay.
Sandra Lee.
Kim, I think our show is like going to heaven. What do you think?
And now we're done. Thank you and good night.
Yet.
No,
not yet.
Sandra, I got to tell you now.
After having breast cancer, I want to stay a while.
Well, there's so much to talk about. Can I just brag on you for a few minutes? Because like I get to fangirl today like none before. Because when I told Zach, I said, Zach, are you going to get Sandra Lee on? He's like, I am. Let me just tell you, I used to watch Semi-Homemade. Like, this was before we had TiVo. Remember we had TiVo and all that kind of stuff? I would actually physically record it on a VHS tape, Sandra, and I would watch it. I cannot tell you how many of your recipes I've made, how many books I have of yours.
Oh, wow.
I'm such a fan. Girl, and let me tell y'all something. I'm sorry, Sandra. I'm going to let you talk this episode, I promise. But I'm going to tell you, like, the way you would do like the holidays, like a Halloween tablescape or a fall tablescape, or I would copy every little thing. Now, of course, I'd go spend $5,672 because I would never do it right. But girl, your semi-homemade empire, is that how it all started for you, Sandra?
It actually didn't. But by the way, thank you for having me on the show. I've never done a podcast before. This is my first podcast.
What?
No, I'm a podcast virgin. Just saying.
Zach, this is huge. Do you understand? I'm not, yeah, I bet we won't be allowed.
Yes. We have to do that. We have to do this.
I've never done it before, so I'm so happy. And I'm so glad it's you, because I have to say, it is true. When you're in the room with the great Kim, and that's what we call you behind your back. We have a mutual friend named Tracy, and Tracy's like, you have to meet Kim. I'm like, who's Kim? She's like, you have to meet Kim. I'm like, my sister Kim? I know Kim. I'm really good with Kim. She's like, no, Kim Gravel. And I go, really? She goes, yeah, I'm super good friends with her. And I went, okay, hook us up. And this is before we had the QVC connection.
I know.
But anyway, she just thinks, and as do I now that I know you get in the room with you, and it's just like, it is the best energy. It's so much fun. It's such a girl time. It's such a real time. There's no baloney. You're so good because you never cuss, and I'm like the worst.
Oh, I can cuss. I've cussed lately because my kids are at home and they're not. It's like the middle of school. School starts next Monday, and so I've cussed more than I would care to comment on this summer.
For me, it's like meditation. It's like. Anyway, so
it's impactful. It's impactful, Sandra.
You feel good when you do it, but I know it's naughty. I know it's naughty, and then I go to church and I pray about it. I'm sorry, but it's like my weakness. It's my one thing. So anyway, yes, being with Kim is like being literally cocktail time when you wake up in the morning. I can't even imagine what it's like to be married to you. Hi, honey, how you doing?
Oh, good it's torture. Morning. My husband, bless his heart. Believe it or not, like I'm a nice person, but I'm really not. I don't lead with nice, but I always have to appreciate it. Well,
wait, didn't you walk up to me at the Q50 and go, I know what your deal is?
I do. The one but see, is that nice? Is that really nice though? Or is it bossy?
Well, it was a little like, oh, interesting. I never thought about it like that before. Yeah. But anyway, because we're all over the map. That's the other thing. You're all over the map. This is the thing, Sandra.
We need more of you in our life. See, we miss you off of TV. I'm so glad you're coming out with this new show. No, I'm not kidding. I'm not shucking jiving you here. I'm serious.
Thank you. And you're going to get it soon. So it did announce on Netflix, and I'll tell you where I started my career. You're not going to believe this. State fairs and home shows across the country.
Oh, no, I get it.
So when food competitions first started going out, there's two foodies. There's the people who like the stand and stir, which semi-homemade with stand and stir, Rachel's stand and stir, Giada, like they're all stand there teaching you something. Then there was the competition, like Nest Food Network star, but you don't learn as much on those as you do the stand and stirs. So people really, there was a backlash. It was huge, but there was also a backlash with competitions. And so I looked at this landscape and I went, wait, I come from state fairs, like county and state fairs. I won the blue ribbon in the LA County Fair in 1992. I saw
and
Garth
that ain't
Brooks
easy. That
at
is
the
not
Indiana State Fair in 1992. So I went, wait a minute. There's ribbons all over Michael's craft store, Joanne's craft store. You get a ribbon if you poop. It's amazing. So seriously, if you go potty, here's a ribbon. You're 1 year old. Here's a ribbon. Like it's ribbons. So I thought, wait a minute. The first fair in the United States happened 11 years before we were a nation in 1765. And then we became a nation in 1776, right? That was in Pennsylvania in New York. And then I want to say it was then New York State Fair, Erie County, I want to say. And then it went down from there. So the original food competitions were at state fairs, blue ribbons. So I wanted to create a blue ribbon baking championship.
That's brilliant.
And best in fair ribbon. So Netflix says, yes, we'll do it. And we decided in August we were doing it. And we were filming in October with 10 contestants from around the country in all these big state fairs.
What kind of food? Just fair food? What kind of food?
All about baking. But this show could be barbecue. Like if there was another show that came out of this format, or kids.
It will.
Because remember, people who are 5 or 95 all want to do this. And half our country goes to the state fair. Half of our country goes to a state or a county fair.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
It's a funnel cake.
I do. Yeah. Well, you go. And why do you go?
It's fun.
For the food.
Like
I go for the food. Of course, I go for the food.
Yeah, you go for the food. I go for the exhibits and the shopping. I like the food
I go for the
though.
food. The
Fried Twinkies.
State fair food is everything. And I mean, I don't mean to brag, but we do it well in the South. Tell me you have some Southern contestants on the show.
Of course. And my grandma, by the way, was from Louisiana.
Okay.
So I know how to make a mean fried chicken in my potato salad. Just saying.
Okay,
Just
Sandra.
saying.
All right, so
Banana pudding, just saying.
Oh God, anything you make, and I love
by the
how
way, this is sweet tea.
I know you're every woman, my love. You're in all our states.
Do you drink that already, or is that something you did because of Kim?
No, I was drinking it already. I have another pot on the stove.
Yeah, she's a sweet tea.
I can't drink too much coffee. I can drink only 2 cups of coffee, and then I switch.
Oh wow.
So that's why I'm bionic this morning. Anyway,
so we got to go back. So you did that. So you started State Fairs. How did you get Semi-Homemade? Because girl, that was an empire. That was not just like a little cute showing. That was didn't that kick off the brand? Everything like was birthed from that, correct?
The state fairs were kind of like the beginning of my career, really.
Right.
And that's how I got to know what everybody really wants to see and how they live their lives, and listening and talking and absorbing and being all over the United States.
Yeah.
And everything that I've done was kind of birthed from that. By the way, the Blue Ribbon Baking Championship launches August 9th. August 9th. That's when it launches or launched.
And everybody's going to binge it. They're going to binge it.
They should, because wait till you see what happens.
Oh, God, their trauma.
Stuff goes down. And I mean SHI, like, apostrophe. Like stuff goes down. Okay, so first of all, Jason Biggs is the host. I'm the co-host.
But you're a judge too. Where is it filmed? I'm sorry.
I'm the head judge. We built a fair. We didn't go to a state fair. We built the fair. We brought in the rides. We had the tent. We had the whole thing. But I created the show 12 years ago. Food Network, I took it to them first. I mean, Semi-Homemade was Semi-Homemade. And they're like, no, we don't want to do it. We have Carnival Eats. I go, Carnival Eats? I go, that has nothing to do with State Fair Blue Ribbon winners.
Right.
So it's former ribbon winners, highly competitive people in all genres of baking, coming together for the master, basically, of the best baker. $100,000. And the best and fair blue ribbon. Hold on a second. Lena. We have to do something like that. Lena. I need the blue ribbon. Oh my God.
Get the blue ribbon.
I need you to see this thing.
We need the blue ribbon.
It's in my bedroom. It's in my flippin' bedroom.
That's a whole nother podcast right there, funny. Sandra. So we could go down that street too, but we won't today. You have to come back.
We won't. We'll have fun. I know. I need to do the stand-up. So it'd be funny if we could really do it. Here, honey, have some 2 shots of vodka in your sweet tea. Let's do this.
Why not? We can. There's nothing stopping us. We're over 50 and fabulous.
I know.
Oh.
What?
Are you kidding me right now, Sandra?
And it just goes on it's bigger than my head.
It's almost as big as my butt.
I'm working on that. I love it.
You could wear that.
Look at this thing. I know.
You could stitch that into a dress.
Here. Like it should be like.
Oh, that's gorgeous.
Okay. So where are we? Okay, judges. So here's the deal. I created the show 12 years ago, sold it to Netflix after Food Network said no. Netflix actually said no originally, and then I came back. And they said yes. So from August to October, we started filming the show. We have 10 competitors. One woman has 700 blue ribbons. She's from Des Moines, Iowa.
Gosh. Oh, and Iowa people can cook now. They can bake.
And then, we have a New Yorker. We have someone from Minnesota. I'm from Wisconsin, and I won the LA County. Like, we're all over the United States. So it's Jason Biggs from American Pie, and you know what he did to his pie.
Well, I was going to say, is there any pies in it? That was my next da-da-da,
And I don't have a flute, so there was no band camp. Just saying. We have to have fun. Are you rated PG?
No.
You can say whatever you want, Sandra.
People love Sandra. They know Sandra. She was a
They
staple
know
in our
I'm
homes.
naughty. They're
But
used
now
to
you're
it.
back. But you're back. You're back, back. How was it working with
Yeah.
Jason?
Fun. He's a comedian. I mean, how's it working with Jason, right?
Right.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's
You had
like
fun.
he's either laser focused on what he has to do or he's like out there.
Yeah.
And, he's a comedian.
Sounds familiar.
And he's got a great sense. It's a very dry sense of humor. And then all of a sudden he does that. Ting. And you're like, save it for your wife.
But Sandra, can we do this? Can we talk about this though? Because this is where people don't know about you. Okay. Like I love to tell people about my guests things they don't know about them. Like they know you're a cook. They know you have semi-homemade. This is a great new show. Everything is great. People do not know what a fierce businesswoman you are and a fierce networker. I don't think I have ever been around. That's why I want to be like your best friend. That's why I want to really like get around you and just like stay in your like atmosphere, because I stink at networking. I just suck at it. I'm just not good at it. I'm not good at making
I just
connections.
like people and I like connecting people.
I know, but
Some
like,
people are
but
really
people don't know that
selfish with
about
their
you.
friends. Some people are really selfish with their friends. That's not me. I'm like, oh my God, it's like Tracy. You have to meet so-and-so. Oh my gosh, you should be with so-and-so. It's like a constellation.
But how did you do that? Like, tell us how you did that.
Because there is not going to ever be, Kim, listen to me.
Okay.
There's never going to
listening.
be enough time to meet these wonderful women who are in the world, because we're not going to be here enough days. Like you and I could have never met, which would have been a sin. Think
It's a
about how
total
many
sin.
you and I's are out there. And we'll never get to meet them, which is terrible. So when I meet someone, I'm like, oh my God, you have to meet everybody I know. I've had great mentors in my life, as you probably have too.
I have too.
And many of them have been women, but many of them have been men.
Same.
And, I do have to say, you're right. I work. Like a lot of people think I'm just sitting around baking cookies. And you know what? I love to bake cookies and I dream about that too. But,
Me too. I dream about eating them.
I have to show you. So I feel so bad. Lena,
Lena, don't leave us.
It's like a cow call. You know when you do something at the state fair, like a husband call or a cow call or a pig call or whatever it is. Like I'm like the thing. Lena, poor thing.
I love it.
Lena, baby, are you out there anywhere?
I need a Lena. Can somebody get me a Lena?
I know, right? I was thinking I need a Lena too. You need like
Honey,
a bell.
Will
Just
you
ring a
hand me
little
that
bell.
spreadsheet that's over there? I'm going to show you something. It's going to.
Okay, show me.
Here's what I did between 6 and 9. Oh yeah, just hand me all of them.
Oh, see, you see what I'm
6 and
saying,
9.
Zach?
What time do you wake up?
Okay, so this is a spreadsheet with my notes. This is what I did for the first 2 days. These are state fairs that I want to do, and I called all of them and talked to most of them. And then I break it down by what are they doing and how many attendants. And then I break it down to what is this? Who's in my timeline? And then I break it down to where am I going next year? And then I build something super pretty like this. And then I can look at it and be happy because I'm like, ooh, pretty place. But it's a lot of work to do what I do. So when you're thinking about marketing a state fair, it's not just like going on Good Morning America, which the 6th is my Good Morning America, or going on Fox, or doing People Magazine or Us Magazine or any of those. It's also about what's going on in Indiana, really? What's going on in Wisconsin, really? What's going on in Minnesota, really? What's going on in Washington State? Have I talked to my Pomona connections yet? Because I won their blue ribbon. I should talk to them. Like, where's Jason from? New Jersey. I have to text that woman. So for me, I actually sit here and do it myself.
Yeah. Yeah.
And a lot of people don't do that.
No, they don't.
So get out of bed, drink your coffee, get your sweet tea.
Go to work. Because Sandra, is that what it really takes to?
Yes.
Because I just know like
And
boots
more.
on the ground. Yeah. Girl, me too. That's how we've got our business where it is. It's just grind. It's a grind.
It's a grind.
We got it boots on the ground. It's not a hustle either. It truly is a grind. Wouldn't you say?
But it's, you know what? I meet the most delightful people. Like I met a woman named Annalise today. And she and I just were on the phone. I go, we have to have dinner, like you and I. And before that was Marla introduced me to Annalise. And before that was Renee from Puyallup Fair that introduced me to Marla. It's like everybody, if you have good intention and you share your intention, because so many people are afraid to share their dream or help people understand who they are. They want to be someone they're really not. Like, I don't care if I was raised on welfare and food stamps. Who cares? I'm here. Like, I did a great job and I'm going to continue to do a great job. And even if I didn't make semi-homemade and even if I didn't do that whole thing with my life, I would still feel like I did a great job.
Y'all know, you've heard me say over and over, I've been eating Factor meals for about a year now, and I absolutely love them. They have been a part of my weight loss journey. I'm so thrilled with them. And this has been one of my healthiest years of my life, seriously. And it's because of Factor. It helps meet my wellness goals every single day, and especially for the summer when I just need that quick grab and go meal. But here's the problem. Got one problem. The worst part about Factor for me is how easy and delicious they are, because my family, and particularly my children, keep stealing them right up under my nose. I mean, I've tried it all. I've tried all the different types of food. It doesn't matter. They love them all. These kids with their fast metabolism can eat anything they want. I mean, I'm serious. But they keep choosing my Factor meals. So I literally had to get a second Factor subscription and a second fridge that's hidden downstairs so they can't find them, just so I can have some Factor meals left over for myself. I tell my kids that Factor meals are not for them. But y'all, truth be told, teenagers love fast, delicious food with no prep and no mess, just like we do. So I can't keep them away. And y'all, I don't even care that they're eating all my Factor meals because there's such great food options like Calorie Smart, Protein Plus, and Keto, because it tastes so good and it's so easy, but also it's so good for them. So head on over to factormeals.com/Kim50 and use code Kim50 to get 50% off your first box, plus 20% off of your next month. That's Kim50 at factormeals.com/Kim50 to get 50% off your first box, plus 20% off your next month while your subscription is active. Get ready for your food to get gone, but get ready for the easiest, yummiest meals of your life.
Kim, I've never done an ad read on the show before, but you're extremely good at selling stuff. So will you tell me what you think about this? You tell me if I do an okay job. Is that all right?
I got you, Zach. I got you.
Okay. Because a few weeks ago, one of my closest friends, Vince Rotunda, came to me and asked me if I could help him with this charity he runs called the Many Hands Project. They started in 2022 to help alleviate food insecurity in Metro Atlanta by partnering with local chefs and other volunteers who donate their time to make nutritious meals that get distributed through a partnership with Feeding Georgia Families. So here's the thing. Like, Vince is one of the good guys. And the special part about this is that the volunteers are making the food that they like to eat. So it really matters, right? Because food made with love by a small all-volunteer group is really special. Since Many Hands is all volunteer, it's 100% volunteer. So there's no paid employees. Any amount helps. 100% of the donation goes toward buying food. To donate, go to manyhandsproject.org/donate. Their website is like, it's not fancy. Like, you're going to go there, you'll be like, oh, well, that's kind of a janky website. It's because they spend all their money on food, not web design. Like, Vince did it himself. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, this is a small group of people trying to make a difference. Go to manyhandsproject.org/donate and make a donation.
Count me in, Zach.
Was that good?
Okay, you did amazing. Yeah, and now I'm going to donate. I'm doing it. I'm doing it right now. After semi-homemade, because I mean, you went on a journey in politics after semi-homemade and all that. Do you regret any of that, Sandra? Is there anything that you look back? Because there's probably a lot of people our age, because I'm 53. I just turned 53 a few days ago. I know you, I'm not even going to tell your age because ain't nobody going to believe it if I told them.
No, I'm 58.
Yeah, I mean, bull.
I want to see 36.
I want to see the receipts on that.
No, I'm 58.
God.
I've been doing Dermalogica. Okay. Well, the problem is they keep changing the lines. They keep changing all the products in the line. So I'm literally creating in my kitchen frickin' the face scrub.
Yeah, you just slather and lather. But let me ask you something. Do you look back and regret, though? Because there's so many people that are saying, I'm in my 50s. I'm in my 60s. It's too late for me. It's past.
There's one thing I'm going to regret if I don't get it done. But when I was diagnosed in 2015, I literally said, what do I have to do with my life?
With breast cancer.
Yes.
With breast cancer.
And then I kept getting infection after infection and I having problems and all this stuff. And I couldn't take hormones. I couldn't do anything. And I was like, okay, everything else out, everybody out, everything out. If I don't need it, it needs to go from me because I need everything I need. And that includes hormone replacement. That includes all these things. And doctors here are like, no freaking way. And then you go to Germany and they're like decades ahead of us when it comes to medical stuff. So I saw doctors over there. And finally, I found the right doctors here by going flipping there. It's ridiculous. So
you grind it out even with your health. Even with your health, you were grinding it.
I grind it out. I'm already making reservations for my 2 nephews and their girlfriends for New Year's Eve, literally. Because they want to go to New York. So they're going to stay in my place and they're going to go have fun. But, you know, it's about your family, it's about your girlfriends, and it's about your career. And how do you slice those up? And something gives. I don't get to work out every day, and I don't get to work out most days. But,
I hate that for you. I absolutely hate that for you. I would be working out is torture. Oh,
I know, but I like to eat like Johnsonville brats, and
that's it. Like I could out eat an NFL lineman. Seriously,
I baked a pie last night for myself.
What kind? What kind, Sandra? What kind?
Boysenberry, blackberry, and raspberry.
Oh, God bless Jesus. Ice cream, whipped cream, and then no cream.
Put vanilla ice cream on it and literally watched it melt. And then when it melted, I jumped in bed and I watched Vikings. And then I go to sleep and I'm like, I'm going, wonder why I can't sleep. I don't know. I'm watching Vikings and eating pie.
So let me ask you this. Is Vikings not the hottest show? Are those men not like, what is it about? Okay. Speak it out. Uh-huh.
I'm a worm. Seriously, I'm like a little worm. So hot.
They are so
women
hot.
Are hot. I mean, I'm straight, but the women are even hot.
Everybody is hot on that show. But can you imagine being back then at that time? It probably, like thank God there's no smell-o-vision because, you know, them people were rank back then, but they were hot.
Oh, my God. One of the scenes, the guy's walking through the alley, and then all of a sudden it's like plop, and the guy looks up and he's like, and you know that is pee. And you just go, oh, God. And it brings you right back to, I love our life. I love our planet. I love everything.
I love my toilet. I love to sit and be able to wipe with toilet paper that's never on the roll, by the way, because I live with all men. So I have to put it on there myself, but I'm grateful. Now, this is when all your, you know, you got to tell us some more of your beauty secrets because the audience wants to know.
So beauty. I don't know. I use putty for base. It's Joe Blasco. They just discontinued it, but how great is that stuff? That coverage is fabulous.
Sandra, listen, that's
everything I have, they discontinue. I just bought
that's fine. That's your sign. You got to make it.
Do.
You have to make it yourself. You're going to have to make it yourself. I said it when we got on this. I said, you need to have a beauty line. You need to really be full lifestyle 360. Okay.
I do want to have a beauty line and a skincare line in beauty.
You've got to have it. I want
to have a fashion line because I have a very specific aesthetic. Normally I wear clothes, but we were talking about the men in Vikings. So
we were
saying hot flash.
We're hoping everyone at home listening is relating.
So wait, what about you? How did you start in fashion? Like you have like cute stuff.
Well, I just had a reality TV show called King of Queens. And so after doing that, I knew that, you know, I've always been entrepreneurial and didn't know it. Like I'm an accidental entrepreneur person. Mm-hmm. And is that even a word? Entrepreneurial person? Yeah, that's a word.
Yes.
And so I just, you know, like you, I just didn't know any boundaries. I thought, well, you know what? If Martha can do it, I can do it. If you know, I was going to say Gloria Vanderbilt. Does that tell our age? If Gloria Vanderbilt could do it, I could do it. If Michael Kors could do it, you know, and I knew my audience. I knew our girl, Sandra, like how you know your people, how you've traveled the streets, you've gone to those fairs, you've spoken
to those people and
thousands
you understand
of people.
Their lives.
Right. Yeah. And can I just say, Sandra, we're all pretty much alike, just in different ways. Yeah. Like, I know for women, we all like, even if you don't have children, you know the woman's plight. Even if you do have a family, you know what I'm saying? We're all caretakers at heart. We're all nurturers and we're tired. And we need each other.
Not after 2 cups of coffee and a pot of iced tea or not.
Well, I need to get one.
Just don't tell your husband because he'll be like, hey, baby, time's up.
No, thank you.
Time's out. Time out.
Time out.
So I love what you just said. And I'm going to tell you a little secret.
Tell me.
When I got up this morning, I walked in the kitchen to make that first cup of coffee. And I literally walked myself to the pot. I go, you can do it, Sandy. Pull it out today. Today's got to matter. Every day's got to matter. You got to do it, Sandy. And I walked myself to the kitchen and I turned on the pot and I pulled my flowers out of the vase and I cut the stems and I replaced the water in my sleeve, stuck them back in, poured my coffee, walked over to my chair, plopped down, drank my coffee, listened to my classical music, motivating myself with the words, you can do it, Sandy. It's another day. It'll be fine, Sandy. Just do it, Sandy. And I learned that from Taylor Swift. How crazy is that? And here's what I learned from her. To talk to yourself. Because she was in the car talking about someone who was hating on her. And it was hurting her feelings. And she told the story of how she had to say to herself, wait a minute. We've gone through this before. We've been through this before. We decided we're not going to do this anymore. So why are we doing this again? This does not work for us. It's not good for us. So knock it the hell off. And she said, when she said that, I'm like, yeah, you just have to change your mindset. And that's all it is. You have to walk yourself through your day. If your husband's having a bad day, you want to just let it out on him, but you can't. I do sometimes, but you can't.
I do too. I'm bad about it. I
just lose my mind. If he gets upset, I'm like, are you kidding? We're alive. Knock it off.
Yeah.
It's true.
It's true.
Like, we're going to be dead soon. Why are we pissed? Like, what is there to be unhappy about?
There's your quote. Zach, there's your quote.
Yep.
That is your quote. That is the quote of all quotes.
Why are we pissed?
Sandra, you have just solved all the world's problems. Y'all, no. Everybody shut up and listen. That is huge. We're going to be dead soon. Why are we so pissed? What'd you say again?
Yeah, we're going to be dead soon. Why are we pissed?
Why are we pissed?
Why are
because
we not living our best lives every second of every day?
Yes.
Like, we're going to see enough. Like, it's enough. Like, knock it off. Be happy.
Well, that's. I mean, I want to say that about what's going on in our, the environment out there, and how mean each other people are on social media, and how in our government, in our relationships, in our friend. You're so
how
right.
People treat animals sometimes.
Yes, girl, we're here for a blip.
Yeah.
We are here for a blip. My dad said this. He's 79 years old, and he said to me the other day, he's like, "Look, in about 50 years after I'm gone, nobody will even know I was ever here."
I know. Isn't that scary?
So, be here now. I'm going to get emotional because...
Don't. Because he's 79. My uncle just passed away.
And then my 26-year-old nephew is living like, the devil. I mean, it's just like, he's like wasting his life, and he's so talented and so amazing. And it's just like...
Yours?
What are we... Yeah. What are we all doing here? We're here for such a short time.
Yeah, but some people, it takes them a little longer than it takes other people.
Sure, but what you just said was so true.
It is true.
Oh, no, honey, I have complete faith. Yeah. I mean, I was a slow learner too. I'm just saying, you're so right. Life is so short.
Life's
so don't
too
be
short.
pissed.
Knock it off and let's go. Get up every morning and say, you can do it. Let's go. Life's too short. Not enough time. Can't be pissed.
Okay, let me ask you this, Sandra. So, somebody's listening to you right now, and they're saying, "Oh my gosh, I'm such a fan. I love Sandra." Because I mean, when you did that live stream, and we're on QVC that day, you blew it out the water. Like, people adore you and have been dying to see you. So you've got to watch the show, The Blue Ribbon Baking. You've got to watch that
Championship on Netflix.
Championship on Netflix. Got August 9th. Got to watch that. But
out now, because this will air after August. It's air on the 14th. Y'all. Yes.
Yep.
Out now.
It's out now. So somebody's out there watching, and you are they're such a fan and they're a huge inspiration. What kind of encouragement would you give them wherever they are in their life with whatever they want to do? Maybe they want to have a better marriage. Maybe they want to find a husband. Maybe they want, because aren't you engaged? Aren't you engaged now?
I have commitment rings. Yes, I do.
Okay. And how old is he?
He has a commitment ring. He's 10 years younger than I am, which is the first younger man really I've ever had. That sounded bad. The first younger man I've ever had. I normally go for older men is what I meant.
I love that so
And never
There are
date
so
a
many
man
sound
my
bites from this.
age.
We're just going to take all these out of context and we're just going to post them all over the internet. I hope that's
I swear,
okay with you,
the
Sandra.
most profound thing that was said. Get on with it. Shut up and get on with it. Ain't nobody.
Yeah.
We're only here for a short time.
We're gonna die.
Don't
Knock
be
it
pissed.
off.
We're gonna just knock it off. That is like the best words of wisdom that I have ever heard.
So, like plain spoken. No, here's what I would say. Listen, girls, if you don't like your life, change it. I mean, I changed mine. You can imagine the position I was sitting in, and to change that was probably one of the hardest things I've ever done, and one of the most painful things I've ever done. It
Which
took me
one?
Forever to get over it. When I had the big breakup.
I know.
When I had that big breakup, that was very painful, and the repercussions are still being seen today by everyone. I won't get into that. It's a bigger story.
No, that's a bigger story. But the story is that you overcame okay.
I overcame. If you can come from welfare and food stamps with parents that were not really available or involved, build a life out of nothing and create something that everybody can benefit from and could make their life better. If you're always looking to serve the greater good,
come
all
on,
the other things
Sandra,
will come to you. And it's really easy to say that, I know, from my perspective, but it's what I did and it's what I live. If you get up every day and you work hard and you are nice and you connect and you stay connected, and that's hard to do sometimes because you get in your own head. I do too. You get in your own head, you get in your own house, you want to stay home, you don't want to deal with the world because sometimes there's real mean people out there, aggressive people. And I'm not saying I'm perfect every single day, but I'm not cruel and I'm not mean, and I'm mostly happy. I mean, my blood type is B positive. But if you can just go.
Oh my God, that's your 5th soundbite. I hope you're getting all of this down, Zach. Okay, go ahead.
We're doing it.
Right. And if you have an A+, by the way, you won the lottery because an A+ is like you won. Okay, you get it.
Oh my God, I'm a negative blood type and I have the RH factor. What's my outcome here? What's my outcome here? Oh, that's right. I'm an alien. That's what they're telling me on TikTok. If you've got my blood type, which is, I think it's like AB negative, it's like the rarest one, my dad and I think we're aliens.
Take me with you.
Okay.
Take me with you when
Beam
you
me
go.
up, Scotty. You're going with me.
Take me with
You're
you.
going with me.
We'll have so much fun. Oh my God. I can't even imagine. I haven't even had a cocktail with you yet. Oh gosh.
I don't drink. If I drank, I would be a naked drunk. If
Not
I
even
like
champagne?
If I drank, Sandra, I would be buck wild, naked, swinging from a chandelier. See, God knows my limitations, and He's done told me.
My favorite. You have to meet my sister. I took my sister to Oktoberfest.
She's a Kim too.
She's Kimmy. Yeah, Kimberly. To Oktoberfest, and literally, like, we have fun. Like, when we go, we have fun. It was Oktoberfest. So Kimmy, who's perfect in every way, literally my sister is perfect.
But didn't you like raise her? Didn't you raise her? Didn't you raise your siblings and your family, basically, Sandra?
We all raised each other. And,
okay.
I'm the eldest. So yeah, I'm sure I was a bigger mentor. And I look at them as my kids. I do. I always feel like I'm raising other people's kids. But my siblings are my heart. My one brother, who's a postman up in Washington State, he's in Hawaii with his family right now. And Kimmy's in real estate, and Johnny drives truck, and I do what I do. So we're all kind of just like out there doing, making the world hopefully a better place, as you are.
Well, that's all. Can I just say business is fun, but I know my calling in life is to, like you said, leave the world a little bit better, when it's over. When we're done, when our little bit of this time on earth is done. So I'm not going to be pissed about it. I'm going to get busy because that is the vice of the century. Seriously, It's that simple.
Thanks. It is.
It's that simple.
It's pretty plain spoken, and I think everybody can relate. It's like, what are you doing?
And I love how you say, if I can do it, anybody can do it. If I can change my life, okay.
It is true.
Sandra, I have to let you go because I know you got probably a million things. I'm so glad we're the first podcast you've ever been on.
I have my spreadsheets to get back to.
But before you leave, I want you to do this thing called rapid fire. So you're going to be the best at this. I know it. I can already tell, Zach.
She says that to everybody.
No, I don't. I have high hopes for a lot of people, but believe it or not, most people aren't good at it.
Here's the thing,
Gosh.
Sandra. She does say it to everyone. She means it when she says it to you.
Okay. All
Well,
right.
no, that's not true. I mean it. I'm hopeful. Because, when you talk to people, you think, oh, they're so quick-witted or whatever, but they get in these situations and they're not. So I have full confidence in you. So whatever comes up, comes out. First thing comes to your mind, out your mouth. Here we go.
Rapid fire questions.
If you were a pet, what would your name be?
If I was a pet, Aspen.
Ooh.
That's my dog's name. I love that name.
That's a great name.
Or
That's
Phoenix.
a great name for it.
That's my bird's name.
Phoenix is fantastic. And that is really your life. Phoenix.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, here we
Yes.
go. What is your favorite kitchen gadget?
A grater.
Yeah.
Grater.
Yeah. What kind? Okay. Great. All graters
I
are not
should
created
say
equal.
a
though.
wine opener.
Well,
My champagne saver.
champagne saver.
My champagne saver.
Why didn't we invent that? Okay, here we go. What 3 things does everyone need in their pantry?
Okay. You got to
Okay.
have ground beef. Oh, well, pantry or fridge or both.
Whatever. What in your staples in the kitchen?
Duncan Howden's brownie mix, the one with the pouch syrup. Just saying. And
Agreed.
this is, I am only saying this because I am assuming you have the basis of milk, eggs, bananas, blah, blah, blah.
Guy.
What else do I have in my pantry that I have to have? I mean, do you want naughty stuff?
Anything. Whatever you're feeling.
French onion dip and Ruffles.
And that dip, hell of a dip, is a good dip.
So's Dean's.
Dean's is great. It's my go-to. But I tried hell of a dip because Dean's was out. It ain't that bad.
Okay, this is awful. Like, what do you have to have? Well, okay, so naughty, yeah, you have to have pie. I mean, those are
Clearly
like
you
my
do.
naughty. Like when I really feel like I deserve something special, I bake a pie and have a glass of
last night.
champagne.
Which was last night.
Which was last night. But yeah, you have to have the basics. Like you have to have a good ground beef, and with a ground beef, you should have a mustard or a ketchup with kids. Like that's like a go-to and easy breezy. What's in my fridge right now? Guacamole. You have to have avocados.
Oh, well, gosh, I love
Okay.
avocados.
And
And
what
red
else do I have in
onion.
there?
Red onion.
And red onion and sour cream.
God. Please.
And my lip is quivering. And then I always have graham crackers on the side. Like that's a good
Yep.
side sweet hustle.
What is the scariest thing on your bucket list?
Not completing my goals.
Yeah. What's one rule that you wish you could make everyone in the world follow?
Don't worry, be happy.
Don't worry.
Wow.
Just get busy about it. Don't be pissed. That's it. Period. End of story.
Yeah. Don't be
What
angry.
movies-
We're going to die.
We're going to die. So don't be pissed. that is I swear to y'all, that is the best honking thing I've heard in a long time. And we could break that down if we had time because there's a lot in there to unpack. Okay. What movie sequel would you want to star in? What movie sequel?
Well, my favorite movie in the whole wide world is called Family Man with Nicolas Cage. And yeah, at Christmas, like that's my favorite movie. So probably the sequel to that.
Yeah. Or you could do like Grease 3 and be Sandy.
Grease 3. I could. That would be fun. I have the outfit underneath my bed literally right now.
No, I'm serious. Can you see that? Like you're coming
No,
back?
I'm serious too.
Look
I
at
have
me.
the pink
I'm
lady jacket.
Sandra D. You're done.
Sandra Lee.
What's one thing cancer taught you?
We're going to die. Don't be pissed.
Thank you. I'm so glad you said that. Thank you for following that lead. Okay. If you could travel to one historical time, what would it be?
Oh. I know this
See?
one.
I know you know it. You know everything.
I'm a huge fan of France, and I would like to go back to Versailles when it was being built and
Ooh.
and there was an architect. I'd love to see the gardens, which Kate Winslet did an incredible movie about. Yeah, that would be where I would like to go.
Who's your celebrity crush?
You.
Oh,
Oh.
I'll take it. I'm just going to say, thank you very much. You have a great taste. Okay.
Can we wait just 1 second, Kim? I just want to share something because Sandra was saying that, and I just want to share my screen for a second because
What are you doing? What are you
your whole
doing?
friend. I mean, because like your Instagram, you've already done it. You've been to France.
Oh yeah, I made that dress.
You made this dress.
I made
It's
that dress.
crazy. Yeah,
Isn't
look
it?
at this.
Yeah, I
Kim.
literally made that dress.
Sandra, when was
Right?
this?
This was in May. One of my friends is one of the heads of events for Versailles, and they were having their big fancy ball. And he said, you should come. It's full, but you have to wear a full, and he sent it to me 5 times. You have to dress like you have to dress in the period. That's 2 wigs. That's probably 5 different hair pieces. And the second half of the hairpiece, I made the bag out of and wrapped that in the same.
Sandra,
and that came from everywhere. Yeah, it's
It's
fun.
amazing. Here, wait, let me.
Honey, I have Emmys for my Halloween.
I know. Well, your Halloween, any of your fall decorations,
if you click through
anything,
that,
Yeah,
you'll see the peasant base. If you keep clicking through, keep clicking through the other one, the one with me walking down the hall.
Oh, okay.
Keep going, keep clicking.
Yeah, the one that one. Click through that.
Look at that.
Dang.
Right?
Yeah, that's like. There's the dress. That's the peasant dress. That is going to Cinderella. That is like the Cinderella dress.
Okay. I'm telling you, right, Zach? Did I
know.
Did I exaggerate about this woman? Okay.
No, not at all.
Nothing you can do with a hot glue gun.
Well, hot glue and Sandra Lee by your side. Who is your
That's a good
dream?
soundbite too. Nothing you can't do with a hot glue gun.
Who is your dream dinner party guest?
Cher.
Yeah. Yeah.
I know her.
Yes.
Her. So
you know everybody.
She's so sweet. Oh my God.
Does she look
and
that
by the
good
way,
in
the
person?
only one that does Cher better than Cher is me.
Do it. Do it.
I look great as Cher. I do. I look better as Cher than myself.
You've never seen me in drag. No, I'm sorry.
And I was dying to meet Meryl Streep. And I met her once at a passing at the when she played Julia Child. And there's 3 women I wanted to meet my whole life. Actually 4. Cher, Meryl, Margaret Thatcher, and Diana. Margaret and Diana, I'll meet them when I get to heaven. I've met Cher a couple times. And I had just met Meryl, but here's the weird thing that happened. I was diagnosed with breast cancer on a Friday at 5. And I was just coming off a People Magazine Most Beautiful shoot, literally. I was in the car. I was looking at Freedom Tower. I got the call from the doctor. I said to the cab driver, turn left. He turns left. We pulled up to a restaurant. I got out. I walked up to the bar and I did my college comfort food drink. I'm like, I'll have a kamikaze and then I'll have another, literally. I met a friend. I called my sister. I called my then partner. I went in there. They took me in my seat, sat me down with a friend who was sitting next to me.
Meryl Streep.
Meryl Streep. She had no idea what had just happened to me. And I'm sure I looked a wreck because I'd been crying. But I walked up and talked to her about the problem with there was a bird that was living in the building on her deck. And she was sitting with her husband. And we just had a nice chat. And I went back to my table and, continued to go through my evening. But it's weird how God gives you those interesting moments during those really interesting moments. But you have to look for them.
Yes, you manifested that. And
your girlfriend will manifest a husband. I manifested Meryl Streep. I mean, we have to have our priorities.
And I'm going to manifest, this chili slaw dog I'm going to have for lunch. It's going to happen. Here we go. Your favorite junk food, salty and sweet. And let me just say, I want it to be as junky as it can be. Like, don't give me like kale chips with Swiss cheese. None of that.
I can give you both in one thing.
Okay, you do.
It's called a payday.
Right? Payday is underrated. The nougat, the salty, girl, payday is. Sometimes, like when I go into like a convenient mart, I stop to get gas, I just go in and get a payday, and they still make those bad boys.
Mm-hmm. White package, red lettering, blue outline, all American. Payday, baby.
What is it about it? Is it the nuts?
It's the nuts that are so salty that go down into the softest nougat that melts in your mouth. So you got the crunch and you have this thing that just melts on your tongue and all the flavors come together. And then the problem is your mouth automatically wants to swallow it because it's so good, like a good taco, right? But I'm a Mexican food junkie. That's
me too. Our family is too.
That's all I want is either Mexican food or French food. Mexican food or French food. To me, that's all. Well, fried chicken and my sister's lasagna. But other than that, a good Johnsonville brat with some kraut, some mustard.
Just whatever is there. But like, yeah, Mexican food is, payday is so freaking good.
Thank you. I'm glad I'm good at your game.
You're
Any more questions?
I knew you were going to be. Yes, I got a couple more. Just hold on.
Okay.
What is your guiltiest pleasure?
I have one better than this, but I can't think of it. So I'm going to say an unfrosted strawberry Pop-Tart.
Oh, so we're okay.
Toasted.
Unfrosted, girl. You don't do the frosted?
My grandma raised me on the unfrosted. I don't like the
all right.
frosted.
This is
If
tradition.
it's too sweet, it's too sweet. It's like a man. You want a sweet man, but if he's too sweet, you're just like you.
Can't
That's
argue
deep.
with that. I'm gonna leave you with this last
Nothing to
one.
say.
I mean, that's so deep and so
Everybody's
true.
silent.
It's so true. That's what I'm like. Sandra is full of like nuggets. Okay. One last question. Sandra, what do you hope for with your brand, your person, your being? What do you hope to add before, life is so short, so why be pissed? What are you trying to do with your short time that you're here?
I want to change daytime television. And I have the show, I think, that will do it. And that's why I can't talk about my third bucket list.
OMG. Okay. Y'all heard it here first. We're breaking news here. We are so much. You've got to come back and talk about other aspects. Like you have done so much and been around so much and seen so much that I see a book in your future.
Yeah,
And not a
here's what
cooking
the
book.
book's called. Now They Can Watch. I'm not talking about the girls.
I understand. I know exactly what you're saying. All right, y'all. You can connect with Sandra on Instagram at Sandra Lee Online. And Sandra's website is Sandra Lee. That's Lee, SandraLee.com. And you've got to watch Sandra's new Netflix show. And Facebook, everywhere. Just type in Sandra Lee. And you can watch Sandra's new Netflix cooking competition show, Blue Ribbon Baking Championship. It is brand new and is out now. Sandra, will you come back?
On Netflix.
On Netflix. Now, can you tell us who wins? No. Can you tell me?
No. I can but then, I'd have to.
Shoot me.
No.
Take me out.
No.
Well, you can't tell me and Zach anything because I can't hold a
Well,
secret.
you're going to know. All you have to do is watch the show. Everybody knows, but you have to watch the show.
Right. Everybody knows, but you have to watch the show. That's all we're going to say. And one last time, your words of wisdom. This is the title of your next book. Is
Don't Be Pissed. Life's Too Short. No, it's Don't Be Pissed. We're all going to die.
Yeah, we're all going to die.
Why are we pissed? We're all going to die.
We're all going to die.
We're all going to die. Don't be pissed.
That's it.
That's right. I love you.
I love you. Yeah. I did. I hit it. Yeah, I did.
All right. Well, good job. This is going to make the bloopers. So we just did a blooper. Yay.
I see you.
I love it.
I see you. I got you big. I got you big right here too. Boom. I'm a voiceover. I'm a voiceover artist. Just kidding. If you like this episode, here's another one I think you're going to love. Zach, how long am I going to have to point at this? Is this enough?